You're watching Newsday TV. I'm Doug Geed. A Wisconsin teen accused of fatally shooting his ex-girlfriend has requested a psychiatric exam to see if he's mentally competent to stand trial. 18-year-old Austin Lynch is facing murder charges after police say he shot 18-year-old Emily Finn of Sayville the day before Thanksgiving. Now, Finn broke up with Lynch and went to his house to return his belongings. That's when police say he shot her in the back of the head and then turned the gun on himself. He is recovering from facial wounds. Suffolk prosecutors now say a fire at the East Islip restaurant called Riley Fibbers was set by a patron. Officials say 60-year-old Paul Lucia of Islip Terrace was told to leave the restaurant and bar, but then returned hours later with a gas can and lighter. Video footage allegedly shows Lucia pouring the gas near the rear entrance and walking away after flames erupted. The restaurant has since reopened. Lucia has pleaded not guilty to arson charges. Smoking or vaping marijuana in public spaces is now banned in Glen Cove after a unanimous vote by the City Council. Glen Cove officers can hand out summonses to those who violate the new code, and fines can go as high as $250. Massapequa's school board president and two Rockville Center parents are suing the state attorney general. They say Letitia James and the education commissioner, Betty Rosa, are trying to force them to censor what they say at school board meetings about issues involving transgender students. James and Rosa say if board members make statements that, quote, demean and stigmatize gay and transgender students, those members could be removed. 5 towns in Suffolk are getting $7 million from the state to enhance road safety. Governor Hochul announced today that the towns of Babylon, Brookhaven, Islip, Riverhead, and Southampton will install center line and shoulder rumble strips, as well as guardrails. It's all part of a goal to achieve 0 deaths on New York's roads. You can visit Newsday.com for our year-long investigative series, Dangerous Roads. All right, now let's take a quick look at tomorrow's weather forecast. Looks pretty good, relatively mild temperatures for December, mid-30s, some sunshine, windy conditions as well. And we'll take a look at that 7-day forecast for you in just a bit. A vigil was held today for 2 brothers deported to El Salvador. Virginia Huey has that story.
Going through all of this after being separated from your family, knowing that now we are here in this country alone.
6 months ago, brothers Jose and Ousted Trejo Lopez of Central Islip were deported to their native El Salvador as part of a nationwide crackdown on illegal immigration under the Trump administration.
They only see us as criminals, but in reality, we are not criminals. We are just normal people.
The brothers spoke via Zoom from El Salvador to a gathering organized by the Long Island Immigrant Justice Alliance to mark International Human Rights Day.
This year alone, about 2,000 immigrants have been arrested just here on Long Island by ICE. Studies have shown as many as 80% of the immigrants arrested have no criminal record.
19-year-old Josue and 20-year-old Jose say they were brought to the U.S. as children by their mother after gangs threatened the family. Their attorney says there are many others like them on Long Island, fearing they'll be swept up by what President Trump has called the biggest deportation effort in U.S. history.
They're young people, they're pursuing their college degrees, they have scholarships, they're pursuing their masters, and they're coming into my office terrified about their future.
Stop weaponizing fear and racist rhetoric against immigrant communities, our neighbors, and finally, do the work that has been avoided for decades. Pass humane, comprehensive immigration laws that reflect reality.
The interfaith leaders plan to take their fight to Albany in January to lobby for the passage of 3 bills, including the New York for All Act.
A bill that would stop the 287G agreements that allow local police departments like Nassau County to corroborate with ICE.
Jose and Josue say they haven't lost hope of coming back to America.
Hopefully one day, the music works so we can go back to our family.
For Newsday TV, I'm Virginia Huey.
Only in Newsday, 30 years after the film that put him on the map, Valley Stream actor Ed Burns is back with a sequel to The Brothers McMullen. He spoke to Newsday film critic Rafer Guzman at the home where it all started.
For filmmaker Ed Burns, it all started right here at this house in Valley Stream.
Your true companion.
Stop right there, please.
The Brothers McMullen.
This is essentially the set of The Brothers McMullen.
When I was trying to figure out how you make a movie for $25,000, I knew you needed to have locations you could get for free. So as I sat down to write that screenplay, I knew, well, I've got my parents' house. I wrote a scene into every room in the house, starting with the laundry room in the basement all the way through up to my old bedroom in the attic. You know, my dad basically was the one who had a number of different moments during the making of that film. Well, let's say when I got discouraged. He said to me, he said, look, you know, when you made the movie, you said that was the 12 best days of your life, right? And I said, absolutely. He goes, well, what are you complaining about? Like, if you did it just because, like, you wanted to be a success or be famous, well, then you missed the point of being an artist. And it was the best advice I ever got. And just the idea that this house in Valley Stream served as the inspiration for all of this work is just kind of, you know, mind-blowing for all of us.
And you can read more about Ed Burns on Newsday.com. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box. A late-night snack takes the internet by storm. In today's Trendy Bites, Ken Buffa heads to Galleria of Merrick to try their viral vodka chicken sliders.
These are the vodka chicken sliders made here at Galleria of Merrick on Merrick Avenue. Let's head inside, talk to the chef to see how these are made.
We used to make these just for ourselves at night to eat. And then one day we decided to like, hey, let's make some, we could sell them. And then we're like, hey, let's post it on the Instagram, thinking nothing of it. And it absolutely went wild. They got like almost 10 million views. And then ever since then, they've been selling like hotcakes. How do you like my buns? They're beautiful. All right, we're gonna put some garlic on here. Lots and lots of garlic. The grated cheese, pecorino romano. Extra virgin olive oil here. And we're gonna mix these guys up. Vodka sauce going on here.
This looks like it's gonna be a little bit messy, right?
Oh, it's gonna be absolutely
So don't wear a
messy.
white shirt when you eat it.
It's like Sloppy Joe's.
Sloppy Joe's,
yes,
Italian
exactly.
Sloppy Joe's.
Exactly.
Chicken cutlet.
Chicken cutlet here.
Good chicken cutlet.
Sriracha hot honey here. Fresh mozzarella. We're gonna go into the oven with these.
How much are these?
They're $11 each.
$11 each?
But it's just like, one is good. It'll fill you up. It is a whole meal in itself. And we have the grana here, freshly grated grana that's gonna go on top. Grana's not as salty as a pecorino. A little bit more mild of a cheese.
Look at the size of this thing. It's heavy. It looks delicious. Let's have a bite. This thing is beautiful. The chicken is crunchy. The garlic knot has the crunch on the bottom, which is so important, so it's not just doughy, you know what I mean? The vodka sauce is great. The pecorino has that like a little salty, but it's all very even, which is huge. And I'm getting the little honey at the end.
Get after it, boy.
Ken Buffa, Newsday TV.
And you can see more Trendy Bite stories and find more places to eat on Newsday.com. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box. Well, boy, just heartbreaking news for Mets fans. Pete Alonso has found a new home in Baltimore. The free agent agreed to a 5-year, $155 million deal with the Orioles after playing his entire career at Citi Field. Newsday reporter Laura Albanese tells us what this means for the Mets.
Pete Alonso is the third high-profile Met to have left in recent days. First, it was Brandon Nimmo, who was traded to the Rangers for Marcus Semien. Then you had Edwin Diaz, who reportedly signed with the Dodgers yesterday. And now Pete Alonso, according to sources, is finalizing a deal with the Orioles. I mean, they have a lot of holes to fill in their roster. Right now, they don't really have much starting pitching. They don't have a first baseman. They don't have a set outfield. They still need one more outfielder. And they really don't have a bullpen, which was shelled last year, both due to injury and inefficiency. So President of Baseball Operations David Stearns is going to have a lot of work to do. In order for the Mets to truly compete, there's going to have to be a significant restructuring of this team. In addition to losing these players, the Mets also overhauled almost their entire coaching staff. So this is going to be a very, very different team than the one we saw last year.
Now let's take a closer look at your 7-day forecast. And you see tomorrow windy with highs in the middle 30s, nice and sunny on Friday, Saturday looking good, Sunday perhaps some snow showers there, and then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday looking cold in the 30s but with mostly sunny skies.
Long Island weather is brought to you by PTRC.
And for more on the stories you've seen today, head over to Newsday.com. Click Get More under the Newsday TV video box. I'm Doug Geed. Appreciate you watching us. More news coming up.
Only in Newsday, there are over 50,000 unlicensed drivers on Long Island who are more likely to be involved in deadly crashes. What can be done to keep you safe? Dangerous roads, unlicensed drivers, now available at Newsday.com.